Hey guys, okay, the brown Barbie doll is back. You all, I have a story time for y'all. I asked some of my followers on Snapchat if they wanted to hear this story, and so many people responded yes, they definitely want to hear it. So as you can see from the title, this is about my first sugar daddy experience. I'm gonna tell you how I completely even got into this. So the last person that I talked to, which I am going to make a video about him, like, that I actually seriously wanted to go somewhere with, he kind of, like, played the fuck out of me. And there was just so much drama that I decided I'm just tired of these broke ass, bum ass niggas that don't want to do shit for you, don't want to take you out on dates, like don't want to do nothing for you. I want somebody who genuinely likes me, who genuinely wants to take me places and take care of me or whatever. Not that I need a man to take care of me, but it's just the thought, like it just would have been nice to have somebody who actually gave a rat's ass and wanted to pay for shit and wanted to go out on dates and stuff like that, because I never had that before. So basically I decided to get on this website. I'm not going to tell you all the name of the website, but I decided to get on this website. This website was strictly made for finding sugar daddies and sugar babies. And if you don't know what a sugar daddy is, I'll put description right here. And if you don't know what a sugar baby is, I'll put a description right here. So basically, yeah, I was looking for a sugar daddy, and I went through a couple of people, but I wanted more like a splendid daddy. That's basically like, I ain't gotta get you no sugar, you know, we just hang out, things like that. Like nothing has to be like sexual. That's kind of what I wanted, because my friend told me that she found somebody like that. So I was like, okay, cool, maybe I can. So some of the guys that I talked to, they seemed like they wanted sex. They were into weird ass fetishes and shit, and yeah. And so I was like, no. Then I met this older guy. He was like maybe in his late 50s. But you know, white people age a little differently, so he looked way older than that. But so basically his name was George, and he was real nice. Our first time having a conversation, he called me on the phone. He was real country and was just telling me about his life and trying to get to know me, and then asked could I come over. Now y'all probably like, girl, you came over this guy's house. Yes, I did, but I did tell my friend where I was. I sent his address. I turned on my location. I sent her pictures of him, everything. So it was just like, if something were to happen, like he definitely would have got caught, you know. And so yeah, basically I decided to go over his house. His house was a little bit of a drive, like 35 minutes, which is a long ass time for me to be sitting in the car. But he told me that he was going to give me money for my oil change, and he was going to give me money and stuff when I come there. So I'm like, cool. I get to the house, and the house is absolutely beautiful. Apparently he built this house on his own for his family, because he's divorced, so he built it for his family in the past, and it was just a beautiful ass house. He even had like a fucking tour bus in the backyard. I guess it was more like an RV, but it looked like a fucking tour bus to me. And it was kind of in the middle of nowhere, but not really, because there were still houses around, but these houses were gorgeous. So I was like, okay, he actually does have money. And so basically we just sat in the like little dining area in his kitchen and was just talking about like everything. So as we were talking, we were drinking a little bit, nothing too crazy. We had a pretty decent conversation, and he went outside to help me like check how I can check my oil, and then he gave me money and went home. Money meaning he gave me about $150, and then I went home. So I'm like, cool, this guy hasn't asked for anything. And then he told me to come over the next day and he would give me more money or whatever. But this is my first experience, guys, so I'm not really fully thinking about stuff. So I decided to come over there the next day. So another 35-minute drive over there. And so again, we're doing the same thing. We're talking in his dining area, and he's telling me all these different stories about how he, you know, let this lady who had a bunch of children, he let her go on a shopping spree for Christmas, and he was telling me about his dead dog, and it was just telling me about everything. So I'm like, okay, cool, George is a cool guy, you know. But so basically he was telling me how like he had like basically like a hot tub type of bathtub, and he gave me a tour of his house. So like I looked at the bathtub or whatever, and I'm like, okay, like cool or whatever. Now mind you, we had discussed this like the day before, so I was already under the impression it was gonna be like a hot tub type of thing. So I brought my swimsuit. So he asked me like, you know, did I want to like get in or whatever. I was like, sure, but I'm gonna get into my swimsuit. Now me just really thinking like, I just want this money, but y'all, I wouldn't recommend, don't do this shit, because none of this shit registered in my head that this shit is not safe, and I probably shouldn't be doing that. But look, I don't know what is going on. So basically I got in there, like I had him leave the bathroom or whatever, because I'm telling you all, it looked nothing like, it was like a bathtub, but it was so fucking huge and beautiful. And so I got in there, you know, just chilling. He had some like strobe like things. It was like real cool. So then he comes in, right? And so I'm just kind of thinking he's just gonna sit off to the side. Y'all, why did this nigga start undressing butt ass naked, like not even fucking playing, like old saggy nasty old people belly, like it was gross as fuck. And I'm just looking like, George, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing? Like like I didn't fucking ask you to get in here, and then on top of that you're fucking naked. And so he proceeds to get in. Now when he starts getting in, I'm kind of like, okay, come on bitch, let's make up a story. We gotta get the fuck out of here, because this is not happening. He clearly wants something else, because why the fuck is he naked? And so y'all, and also on top of that, it was the smallest penis I've ever seen in my fucking life. I don't know what he thought he was gonna do with it, but it's just like, ew. So I basically make up an excuse saying like I have to go to work early in the morning or something along the lines of that as to why I have to leave. He's like, oh, you're leaving already? Like that's it? And I'm just like, nigga, yeah, that's it. Like what the fuck? Like, nah, this was not part of the fucking plan. And so basically like I got out. So when I got out and you know he got out or whatever, he was basically just talking to me like nothing happened. But you could still tell like he was like upset, because I guess he was expecting something. And y'all, so I just got the fuck out of there. He gave me some like pajama pants, because all I wore there was like shorts, and so it was cold outside. So he gave me some pajama pants, and then he started talking about like how he's gonna meet me the next day to give me the money, because something with his bank or something. He's gonna give me the rest of the money tomorrow. We'll meet up. I'm like, okay, cool. Next day comes around, and I'm like, where the fuck is George, you know? I'm basically asking him like, okay, like where are you at? Like I'm ready to meet now, because we had a certain time where we were meeting, and he wasn't answering my text messages. So I'm like, damn, first of all, I need to get compensated for fucking being in a fucking bathtub with your nasty old ass. Like for real, you need to give me some fucking money or something. But I'm over here mad as fuck, but I'm not saying nothing. The next day he ends up texting me. He was just like, I don't know what you thought this was, but I wanted like a mutually beneficial relationship, and you clearly aren't gonna do anything. And I had asked him for like a certain amount, and he was like, I was not gonna give you nearly that much. And I was just like, okay, George, cool. It was just like, that was it. I was done with him. I was ready to come over to his house and throw rocks in his fucking window, because that's how fucked up he had me. Like, you really was naked as fuck in the tub, and I didn't get no fucking money. So that is my first crazy ass experience with a sugar daddy. I do have other stories, but I'll save those for later. This was just my very first experience, and it was weird as fuck. So don't be like, I was way too calm and like going into it like, oh hey, you know, you need to be more cautious, because now that I look back at it, I'm like, why the fuck did I go over there? Why did I just all of a sudden just willy-nilly, you know, go over there and not think that he was gonna expect anything? It's not like he took me out on a date. He had me over at his house. So yeah guys, that was my first experience. Okay, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if you like the story. You all feel free to tell me how stupid I was. I already know, but don't go too crazy. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Deanna.Nycole, and on Snapchat, Dirty Deanna. Thank you all so much for watching. Love you. Bye.